All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gold Experience Podcast with yours truly, JoJo Crimson, and our special guest today, none other than the one and only GreedyChun. How's it going, brother, man?
What's going on, my brother? We in here right now.
Yeah, and nobody knows, but they will know sooner or later. I've been traveling. I've been traveling with this man for tournaments for quite some time now. It seems like a long time. It's got to be at least 3 years right now. Yeah,
it's definitely been some years, man. Just going out there and putting in all the work.
yes, dude, and it's been a great time, and we still going because we still fresh in this. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. The FGC life is just the life for me, for all of us. Man.
Yeah, I mean the FGC and just gaming in general, man. I don't know. Like in the pilot, I expressed how I felt about like just video games genuinely, man. It's like I don't know. Like honestly, it's like take away video games. Where would I be right now? I'd probably still be doing music, but video games is like the second biggest part. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. Honestly, I can't even say myself where I'd be if no video games existed. I mean, real talk, I'd probably be out somewhere playing baseball or skating. Like that's what I used to do in my spare time before I was like really big into video games. I'm like, we're trying to play some baseball. We're trying to go skating.
Trying to do a couple ollies or something like that,
Hey, pretty much.
Man, but seeing as this is the first episode, everybody got to get to know the one and only GreedyChun and tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Yeah. Well, for starters, I've been playing video games pretty much all my life. But as far as competitively, I mean, I started like 2010, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was like online warrior status at that time. Cause I mean, crazy enough, a lot of people who do know me or don't know me, I started off with Marvel.
Ooh,
My first legit fighting game was Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I was online warrior, so I'm feeling like, I'm the best. And then, I mean, as I started advancing in different fighting games, I went from Marvel and I went to Tekken 6, and then I eventually landed in Street Fighter 4, where I was like, okay, this is obviously my game. Like, I play a little bit of everything, but Street Fighter is not only do I know it, like, from like all these years of me playing like Alpha, Third Strike, Super Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
I see Street Fighter 4, and then I'm meeting people who play it on like this whole nother level. I'm all like, I need to get to that level.
Like the Justin Wongs and the Daigos.
Justin Wongs, all of them. I'm seeing how, because I never knew video games could be played at that level. I'm playing this game, people talking about like meaties and cross-ups.
Right?
And I'm like,
such language.
What are you talking about? I remember back in the day, I thought I was God. Like, all I did was hit focus and then sweep. I'm all like, yo,
right?
I'm the best.
Yeah, then Wake Up Super wasn't as scrubby as it was back in the day.
Wake Up Super. Oh, that was the only option to do.
So, oh man, I ain't got no more health left, but I got all this meter. I wonder what I'm gonna do.
It's like normals wasn't even a factor. I literally played off of DPs and Tatsus. I was random. I was a scrub. I was a freaking scrub, dog. But going back to that, it's just seeing fighting games played at that level. I just was like, that's what I want to do. I want to play at that level. So I started, we all know our old buddy Justin Chico,
Mm-hmm.
however you want to introduce him, but he was the one who was beating all of us, and I'm all like, I need to get better than this guy.
Right.
In my eyes, I want to be the best. I want to beat anybody who's beating me that bad. I need to beat them. I need to go out of my way, get better, and beat this person. And that's the same way in tournaments. Why I want to go to so many tournaments and fight so many different people, because I want to get to that level.
Right. Exactly.
And that's like Street Fighter 4. I mean, I got a lot of experience. I got a lot of like my style, my mentality on what I need to do as in playing fighting games. Like, my fundamentals have gotten better, combos, execution, everything has gotten better. And seeing that going into Street Fighter 5, it's a fresh start for every single FGC member playing this game.
Yeah.
There's no one who's gonna be like, oh, I'll pick up this game. Is it too late? Can I play this? I didn't play Street Fighter 4. It doesn't matter.
Right. It's brand new. That's exactly what you definitely touched on my next question, how you felt about that. Because I was just gonna. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying it's totally fresh. Like I've seen a lot of people from different like fighting games come to this game. Like I've seen Marvel players, I've seen Guilty Gear players, Smash players even. Like this is definitely the game to be playing right now.
And everything ever since like after 09 and stuff like that, you know how what they call the 09ers and all that stuff. It's just like, you know, it's a brand new fresh start for people to coming in competitively to the fighting game community around I'd say 2012 on up, you know what I mean? Because that's pretty much when like at least Arcade Edition was out by then, 13 was out, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Marvel been out. So it's just a fresh start for those people that came in like middle to the end of its run of the game. Now they got a brand new game to start with all the other top players and stuff like that and shine, you know. So I feel that what makes me at least feel really good about it, because I didn't get into the fighting game community at least about 2012. Also, I'd say 2012. So I'm only 4 years into it right now.
Yeah, man. But this game, it's gonna bring out a lot of surprises, and it's gonna see a lot of like new players. That's the one thing that I am really enjoying. Like, shout outs to Long Island Joe for winning Winter Brawl.
Oh yeah.
Street Fighter 5. Like, I never even knew about this guy until I saw him on Excellent Adventures of Gootecks and Mike Ross. I'm like, Long Island Joe, like, who is he? I mean, I'm seeing him play. He's pretty sick, but I don't know him. Who is this guy? I have no idea who he is. Dude takes Street Fighter 5 at Winter Brawl. I'm like, okay.
Well.
And I mean, that's exactly what I want to see. Like, Street Fighter 4, we saw Justin Wong win, K-Brad win, we saw Knuckle Dude win, Smug. Okay, you keep seeing these same consecutive people. Infiltration, Momochi. We keep seeing these same people taking these tournaments.
And it gets kind of tiring, you know. I know exactly what you mean.
Well, now we got, you know, new competition. We got new champions. We got new this, that, and the other. It's all like, okay. Oh, now we got to figure out what's making this person beat everybody. What is he doing now? Or what is, like, it's totally, like, amazing. This is why I love Street Fighter 5. By far, I was actually just playing it not too long ago.
Yeah.
But, like, that's why I'm really, really enjoying this game for what it is. It's not only is it new, but it's opening for any player. There's no, like, extra super hard combos. There's not like, oh, I'm gonna do a touch of death to you, and you know, it makes people not want to play the game, which is gonna kill a game eventually.
Right. Yeah. And it also, that's what I was gonna say. Also, it caters to the casual fans too. And there was a big, huge video, I think Maximilian did, and he was just explaining about the same thing. How, like, you know, it gotta kind of appeal to the casual fans, because believe it or not, yeah, us as, you know, actual competitors for the game that play the game real seriously and stuff like that. Yeah, of course we're gonna matter, obviously, but some people feel like the casuals, you know, it was like a debate, I guess it was something like that, but he was saying like the casuals matter too, because they're the spectators. They're the one that also bringing the money in to the game, that, you know, once it's like released and stuff like that, and it just helps out, and it's just a factor regardless if they're not good or not. It's the fact that their money is contributing, you know, helping out with the game and stuff like that. And I felt he made a really good point on that. So I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely is. It caters casual friendly, so I'm happy to see that as well. You know, get everybody in and stuff like that. There's a problem. Hold on, while we try to get the call back. Oh yeah. This usually happens. I'll have to get that fixed sooner or later. Yes, I don't know. This usually happens all the time. I think I have to. No, I wouldn't say I have to get it fixed, but it's just a connection problem. So it's not too bad.
All right. Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're good, man. It's good. Just keep that on. Yeah.
Oh, technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know, hopefully it won't happen again. It probably might, but I know the last time I think the reason it happened last time is because he was logged in through like Facebook and it wasn't legit. Skype account. So this is still the other one. This is not the Facebook one. This is the legit one. So
Oh no,
maybe.
I think that was actually mine because it said Skype stopped working and then it like closed out of it. So I'm like,
Oh.
okay, yeah, that was me. So
Oh no. Well, you're good because it still kept the minutes, so we're gonna keep going. So.
coolio.
Yeah, I was just saying pretty much. I mean, like, it's just I'm happy it also caters to the casual fans. I mean, I know it's crazy for me saying that because I mean I'm not a casual at the game, but it's just like it's good to like get people into the game and stuff like that. And you never know, they might go from casual to an actual competitor. So I mean, because believe it or not, everybody was a casual at one point. Nobody was just born, a FGC competitor and stuff like that. So at one point in some time, you were a casual. So I mean,
exactly.
it matters. So
Yeah, man, like that's all of us. Like when meeting some of the people I met now that I'm seeing, like, okay, including myself. I've never thought that I would be playing video games at this level. I'm thinking to myself, yo, I'm having fun online. This is the only way to play this game.
right,
And then it's just like I'm not really. I don't care. It's like, oh, I win, I lose, whatever. I'm having a good time. But now when you get that mentality of I want to get better than this guy. I should not have lost to this guy. That's how you know you're getting to that next step in competitive play.
mhm,
When you feel like, oh, why am I losing to this said person, or why can't I beat this character, or whatever the case may be.
exactly.
And that's how everyone that's how it all starts. It's actually how I started. Hanging out with General Mar, Kaozuki, the crew.
Right, exactly.
I didn't know these guys. Like I'm like they all we play fighting games. I'm thinking to myself, I play fighting games too. They ask me to hang out with them. I go hang out with these dudes and I am getting scraped. I am getting bodied by these three dudes. I'm like, why can't I beat them? This is mind you, this is my first time like playing real people. Besides like my cousins or whatever, but this is my first time playing real actual like people who play the game, and I'm like, why am I losing to these guys? Why can't I beat them? Why is this, that, and the other? And I was getting frustrated. Like I didn't know what I was doing wrong. So I went home, practiced, looked up videos, and then after like a few months, not even a few months, maybe weeks, a couple weeks, I come back. And now I'm giving them go for like I'm going toe to toe with them, and and that's when I started realizing I need to sit down, I need to practice, I need to get better at this game, and that's even going with 5. I'm gonna always be practicing 5, seeing it's also a fresh start. There's no I need to catch up with everyone else. Everyone's starting at the same pace.
Exactly. And then it's always a good feeling when you come back from the lab and you see what you created in the lab actually work, and that's always just a good feeling in general. So
yes, the results.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part about like learning and getting better at fighting games. Just the results, like good results that come out of it.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Like that's even for what's it called? Skullgirls.
Mhm.
I know. Like that's when you practice that one setup, with that one team, and no one ever who uses that assist, and then people just realize, yo, that assist is like that's kind of like it's like that's hella stupid. How you gonna block that? How are you supposed to get past that? And then now everyone realizes, nothing's impossible. You can do anything with any character, with any assist. It's harder. It may be harder, it may be easier.
Right.
But it's not impossible.
Exactly, and that's what I like about that game. You can literally come up with your own tech in that game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never think I'd use eager charges as much as I do now. Like when I do play the game and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, this you can do so much with this assist. It's like it's good I like it because it's good defensive and offensively. Like I can use the countless combos and the eager charge and stuff like that.
Yes, dude. Most definitely. It's a extra hitbox, if you will. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit you with this block string that I'm gonna call out Inga charge. Press a button on me if you want to.
Get grabbed.
Get scooped.
And it's just so ridiculous and stuff like that. But I at the same time I do like it so much though, because it helps you out of situations. Also, you get to block someone's hitting you, trying to get you in a block string. Oh, they got grabbed, so or they have to block either or. So it stopped them from attacking you and stuff like that. And it just brings everything neutral, and that's what I like about that character. I still struggle here and there and stuff like that, but it's just mainly just I would. Yeah.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say what you're thinking, bro.
Eliza Peacock. I'm starting to get used to Painwheel. But yeah, really Eliza. It's Eliza and Peacock. Well, if it's more Peacock if I have just Parasol or Parasol in the match. If I got like Big Band backing up Parasol, it's not as bad. But I've figured out the Peacock versus Big Band for obvious reasons. Not just parry. He can do a lot of stuff to shut down Peacock in a good way. So,
Yeah, I hear that.
but yeah, it's just like labbing and stuff like that. It's just so much the fighting games that I don't think like people getting into the fighting game community. Like I wouldn't say for them like not understanding. Like let's say if I just brought like a friend by that never even heard about the fighting game community. They know about fighting games, but they never knew that like people like there's tournaments and stuff like that. If I were to bring somebody, I don't think they would understand the first time going like how much goes into a fighting game. It's not just two people sit down, fight, and then get up. You know what I mean? It's more to that. It's more like what I'm saying. Yeah, we sit down, we fight, 2, 3, 2 out of 3 and stuff like that, and then we get up. It's more to that. You know what I'm saying? It's how you play, what you learn, can you adapt? You know what I'm saying? So much.
Mind games.
Like just the meta game in general. Like it's so much that goes in a fighting game, and that's why I really and then like I really enjoy about fighting games because I'll sit down and watch any fighting game and just enjoy it. Like, yeah, it's a fighting game, and it's like nothing like adventurous about it. You know what I mean? Like a platformer or something like that. It's not an adventurous in that way, but it's more adventurous in a way that I'm actually seeing like people. I'm seeing how people think in the video. You know what I'm saying? Without words, just actions and stuff. And that's why that's why I kind of like about that stuff. Same way with music. So.
It's like that's the mind games itself. I feel is what makes a fighting game. Like you're gonna need a little bit of everything, which is why I like how Street Fighter, Smash, like all fighting games in general, we're now stepping out of the kiddie pool to the shallow end of esports. Like it's not just you're not gonna pick up a fight stick and press some buttons. This is exactly how it plays out. When it comes to like sports, you have to practice. You have to be like playing basketball. You have to be able to hit your shots. You got to be able to work as a team, get the ball down the court, and able to make it. If you just want to be that one guy who's like doesn't practice his shots and you don't work as a team, why would a coach ever put you out on the out on the court?
Exactly.
Same thing with fighting. If you have to practice your execution, you have to like make sure you can like read your opponent. If you sitting here keep doing the same setup, like you keep going crouch short Hadouken with Ryu, alright, I'm gonna know that. Now I'm gonna try to make you hit it at the tip. I'm gonna punish you for it. Like that's one thing you gotta like adapt to what people are doing. Use the mind games, make smart reads, and like these upcoming tournaments that I know you and me are gonna be at. Same with the rest of the crew. Same with the rest of the FGC. It's gonna be definitely gonna be one because my first one that I'm gonna be attending is Combo Breaker.
Yeah, that's gonna be the beginning of the yearly travels. I do plan on going to CEO also because I really like after seeing it last year, I was like, oh man, I gotta go here. Even if I don't, advance for it, I gotta go. Like this place is crazy. So.
Same here, man. I'm actually me and Jamie were talking about it. He's getting the room. I'm probably gonna buy my plane ticket and stuff within the next like couple of weeks or so.
Yeah. So we're gonna get that in. That's another beauty about the fighting game community. You just get to travel and just meet new people. And just in general, like the fighting game community is like it's like we talked about this before. It's just like one big family and stuff like that. And that's why I really, there's some, there's jerk offs here and there, but still I feel the genuine populace of the fighting game community is like, pretty cool to get that, to know and stuff like that. So And you will be meeting a lot of them on this podcast, people. So this is
Most definitely.
this is numero uno right here. So
And the #1 spot. I'm gonna just say that real quick. But going on about like tournament wise, what you were actually saying about like one big family, I definitely like 125% agree with you with that. Like when every time I'm going out to tournaments and just sitting down talking to people, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm at home anyway. And then also the love that the fighting game community provides, where you can be brand new day one. You just got your fight stick in the mail. You just bought Street Fighter 5. Don't know nothing about the game. You go to your first tournament and get scraped. And you can even ask Justin Wong, Ricky Ortiz, Alex Vi. You can ask any top player, and they may not even know who you are, but they will still give you advice. They will still tell you what to do. All right, you playing what character? You losing because of what? This is what you got to do. Use these buttons. And I love that. I've actually experienced it a few times myself. I talked to some players like, okay, why am I losing to this? Why am I getting beat out by this? Oh, you can approach the matchup like this. This is how you do this. If you do that button, it beats this button. And then I'm like, and it helps. It definitely helps out, like, in the long run. Now I know that's like a bit of information now that I have that's going to put me up to the next step. Now that I'm beating this out, matchups is a lot easier for me. And it's just like I just literally, in a way, I just leveled up a little bit. Now I know how to deal with a certain matchup, all because I ask questions, practice. Like it's all in a day's work, I guess you could say, when it comes to playing fighting games.
Oh yeah, and most definitely separates like the communities, and what I mean by like like the MLG community and stuff like that. Or when I say MLG, I mainly mean like the COD community, then the PC community, and then there's the League community. So it's just like, I mean, I hear so many stories because I don't actually play League. I don't think honestly not going to like get into it because I'm enjoying Smite way too much. But it's just like just comparing the communities and stuff, and not all communities outside of the FGC are like bad. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just like when I do hear stories on it, some people don't feel as like inspired as like people in the fighting game community that I know and how I feel about the community and stuff like that. It just feels really good and stuff like that. We all go to like everybody, like there's people coming from Cali and then come to Chicago, and then it's just like, oh hey man, what's up? We playing video games and stuff like that.
I haven't seen none of them, and I haven't seen you in a while. What's been going on with you? I definitely know what you mean by that. Like, just seeing all of them again, all them busters, I swear.
and it's like I don't know how some people will feel about this, but like one of my other reasons why I really like Street Fighter 5, I think it definitely separates the I wouldn't say not so good people. I want to refrain from like natively speaking about people, but like I feel like some people that were good at Street Fighter 4 won't be good at Street Fighter 5 mechanic wise. And I'm happy to see that stuff. What I said, like I'm trying to what I'm looking for. I'm trying to tone down what I said originally, because originally what I said was it definitely separates the frauds from Street Fighter 4 in this game. So I mean, I was kind of bad about it, but that's how I really felt at the time.
It's true though. I mean, it's like playing Street Fighter 4. Like Street Fighter 4, in my opinion, is still a fun game. I was actually playing it yesterday. For a little while against some dude at round 1. I don't know who he was. I was at the arcade cabinet. And I mean, it's definitely will still be a fun game. I'll still play it. Like, there's no point. And when people saying Street Fighter 4 is dead, there's no reason to play this game anymore. But you have to think about it like this: there's still those people who play Third Strike,
right,
who play Super Turbo, who play Alpha 2, who play CVS 2. Like, those games died how long ago?
Right.
They're still trucking strong. They're still like Marvel 2.
Whole tournaments and stuff.
It's Marvel 2. I swear sometimes Marvel 2 be hyper than Marvel 3.
Oh, like, it do.
Depending on who's playing. Oh my god. Let me see Yipes on commentary or behind the sticks. I'm right there. I'm there. Shout out to Yipes.
Yeah, and I just wish I was good. I wish I was like as good in Marvel 2, because I told Super Axel I would legitimately play Marvel 2, and I play both Marvel 2 and Marvel 3. It's just I don't know. I guess I need to I try more. I mean, I don't have the game. Well, I have it on emulator, but that don't count. So, I mean, I need it, like, you know, just being able to play locally more, because I do have a tournament team, and then I got the casual online, you know, team that I have and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in that game, you do need a tournament team, because ain't no way no Ryu finna bop a whole, like, Sentinel Magneto Storm team in that game, unfortunately.
No Cable, no love.
Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, Cable is actually one of my characters on my tourney team, but, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I hate to see that about certain fight games. Well, you have to do certain things. You have to play certain characters. Or those games where you got to counter pick. Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like, well, my character can't get the job done, well, maybe I feel like I got to try better. You know what I'm saying? You got to be just either get really good or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't play another character or just refuse, you know, or take the L. If you know, if you can beat this person with another character, by all means, go to that character. You know what I'm saying? But there are games where you have to switch characters, and I kind of don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can be hard. Like that's why I do, but I don't. I want to say I influence counter picking, but at the same time, I'm that type of guy where, I'm a character loyalist. I need to be able to win with this character. I realize now that I want the W. It doesn't matter. Like, if real talk, if I am playing against, let me think. I'm gonna say, like, if I'm playing Street Fighter V, for instance, I played Chun-Li. Everybody knows this, and I'm fighting against, like, most recently, I'm having a lot of hard time with fighting Birdie. Like, I don't get it. I don't know how to beat this character. If I need to, I will switch to who beats Birdie. I think it might be Bison, maybe Fang. I will switch to those characters. I will learn this character, figure out if this character destroys this character, and I definitely will do it. I mean, at the end of the day, you need to get those W's. And then going back to tournament wise, I feel personally, I feel strong in this game. Like, I feel I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a prediction out in this podcast right now. You know me and my predictions.
The revelations, go.
Back in the 98 KOF 98 days, but no, I'm gonna make a prediction. Combo Breaker 2016, top 32.
Top 32.
Top 32.
That's definitely a
that's gonna be the prediction, the goal. You know, I mean, I've been coming close to a lot of things. Sometimes I make it out of I don't make it out of pools by like one fight. Sometimes I just get bodied. Sometimes, you know, but new game, fresh start. I'm calling out right now. GreedyChun, top 32.
And I know I was just thinking, it's kind of a sidetrack, not really, but we're gonna get back to about what you just said. It's just like I'm gonna definitely dedicate a video to those who's like watching the podcast and do not know what in the world we're talking about and the terms that we're using in the fighting game community. They will be explained later. So if you're not into the fighting game community, don't worry, I got you guys covered on that, and you'll learn sooner than later. But like I said, that's a pretty reasonable prediction right there, and I'll agree with that. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely possible to get 32, even higher. You know what I'm saying? It's not just 32. You can probably get even higher. You know what I'm saying?
I'm never gonna cut myself short, but that's gonna be my prediction. That's gonna be my little side quest, if you will.
That's always a good thing to set. I don't want to say on my behalf that I'm kind of in limbo. Not really. I just don't know what I really want to play. I know I'm going there for Brawlhalla. I'm feeling really good about that game. Locally, not online. Online is just. I'm not a big online fan when it comes to fighting games. Just that's one thing everybody will know about me. I'm not. I'll play online. Yeah. I mean, I play Fight K. Duh. But still, I don't know. I'd rather just play locally. It's just everything. You ain't got to worry about the possible lag or the stupidness, and just like people online are different.
YOLO.
Yeah, it's just different. I'm just gonna go out the way and say it's just different playing online than it is locally, and I stick to that. So
they agree with you too.
And I just feel I know I'm gonna play Brawlhalla. I'm gonna play King of Fighters. I might not play 13, but I will play 2002. Or I feel I might play both. I don't know. But I do want to play Street Fighter Five, and I've been refraining from entering tourneys because I feel like I told you before, I don't think I'm ready yet. I got the fundamentals, but I just like I felt something's telling me I felt like if I actually owned the game, I would be, you know what I'm saying? Even.
Yeah. You mind if I say something about that?
Go ahead.
I've seen the stuff that you do. I think you should enter. I've fought some people who are, you know, a lot like they play Mika. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to sound like an ass while I say it, but
Go ahead.
they just are not good Mikas. And I've seen, like, for you not having the game, you know, you're sitting down. You're a fast learner, dog. I'm gonna say that you every time I see you play, you okay, this does this that, boom, steel trap never leaves your head. That's how it's been with you with fighting games in general. I think you should enter Street Fighter 5, get a little taste of it at combo. Like, I mean, if you go, you know, if you don't make it as far as you want to, I mean, at least you have that little weight under your belt.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I mean, you get Pro Tour points for that. Not that has anything to do with anything, but I mean.
Really? You really do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, and I definitely appreciate it. I'm still giving it some thought, man. You know, it's definitely up in the air because like I said, I told you before. You know how I felt about Street Fighter 4. I mean, I didn't say I despise the game. Like, the game sucks. Oh, this game's terrible. No, it's just playing the game. Well, every time. I mean every time, casually, tournaments. Just, I don't know what it was. There's just something in the back of my game. Back of my head. Like, I don't really like playing this game. But it's different watching it though, because I can watch me some Street Fighter 4 and have a blast watching it. But playing it, just something about it got on my nerves. And I still never figured it out to this day. But I love everything with Street Fighter 5. I love what they're doing with having to unlock the characters. I mean, not unlock characters, unlock colors, the fight money. Just I felt they really put some time into Street Fighter 5, and I love it a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's the dream Street Fighter. Everyone got who they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
We got Alex, we got Yuri, we got Juri, we got Karen. Everybody been getting a freaking mouth wet for Karen. Like, oh my God, Karen's in the game. I already found my character.
It's time.
I was one of those people. I was like, oh snap, Karen's in the game. I've been wanting her since when they said Ultra is coming out. 4 characters and 1 new character. I'm like, come on, let me get Karen. I was one of those dudes. But then I saw Karen. I'm playing her. She's fun. She's good. She's a godlike character. I just can't play it.
Oh. Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Not play that character. I got me a Laura. I'm gonna play with some Laura.
Do not be ashamed to say that. Trust me when I say it be like that. What is it? I was playing King of Fighters. Oh, I can play some of Yori, but no, it's not a Yori. I can play Kyo. I think Bodega Kyo. Yeah, I can play Bodega Kyo. But no, he's just not my character. Same with Gordo and stuff like that. But it's just like sometimes top tier characters are just not your character, as good as they are.
That was striding off a little bit farther. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I played Chun-Li all the time. Cross Tekken come out. Chun-Li is S tier, best character in the game. Everyone's all like, "Why aren't you playing Chun-Li? She's the best character in the game." Her legs is emotional. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just the way you play does not work for you.
Like, because I mean, I'm juggling Street Fighter 4 and Cross Tekken. Now I'm going to Cross Tekken. I play Cross Tekken for a couple weeks, couple days. I'm like, all right, I'm getting used to this. I go back to play Street Fighter 4. I do legs motions and get bopped because I forgot.
Oh my goodness, that's scary right there. And there's some truth to that too, man. Like, I'm telling you, like it's happened to me. I can't pinpoint what the exact game was. It was in KOF, but it was also in another game. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't play those top tier characters like that. They just don't like the way they feel mechanic wise does not work for me. So I have to play someone close to top tier. Maybe they also might be good. Maybe they're the worst character, but I'm really good with this worst character. You know what I'm saying? That happens. So, Skullgirls, that's what it was. Yeah, I could play Fukula. Who can't play Fukula for one? But still, like, that's not my character. I'm perfectly fine with Parasol. Just went back to Misfortune. So, You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. So, I mean, I really, and touching on what you were saying about the characters coming back in Street Fighter Five, I was really, I was hyped when I saw, when I heard, I didn't even see, I heard her Michael was coming back, and I was just like, you didn't see, because I was dying to see her again, because I felt Alpha 3 was not justified for Armika. She wasn't even that good. So like just seeing her in this game, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play just her. Probably just play just her. But I was like, wait a minute. I also like Nash in Alpha 3. Like literally the same characters I liked in Alpha 3 is the same characters I like in this game. I like me some Nash, some Armika. I even played Cody, but he ain't in this one yet. So
hey, it's Rashid. He got darker. That's all.
Yeah.
He got darker. Changed his religion.
With a scouter. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely I'm waiting for the real Cody to show up. Classic Cody. I'm gonna wait for that. You know what I'm saying? Or just play Alex, because I did play some Alex in Third Strike. But I'm telling you right now, I am curious. However, I'm curious to see what Juri is gonna be like when she comes out, because I didn't play Juri in Street Fighter 4 at all. But I admire her fighting style. You know what I'm saying? I admire Vega's fighting style in Street Fighter 5, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna play him. I'm not gonna play him at all, actually. But I like seeing that character play, so I want to see how she's gonna be, and I might try her out in Street Fighter 5. So
nuts.
I think she's gonna be crazy.
I think she's gonna be nuts. I mean, Feng Shui engine pop off. You don't know which way to block. This game is gonna be pretty scary, and I'm thinking to myself. Like I'm obviously I'm guessing it's gonna be like her V trigger. She gonna have Feng Shui engine, but I mean, I'm trying to see what her moves are gonna be like. Everyone's got they got their regular moves, but with little sauce on it, little stank on it,
little frames here and there.
Yeah. Now put this crazy character and put some stank on that. Put a little chili powder on that, and then bam, you gonna see something crazy. She's gonna be able to do her pinwheel kick in the air. She's gonna be able to dive kick straight down. People gonna get knocked down with a crush counter. I'm gonna fall straight down, or you gonna hit you in front of the back. I don't know.
And so on some more news about the Street Fighter 5, I also seen I think before the game even came out, some debate on Sagat. Yeah, Sagat being in Street Fighter 5. Some people said hell no. Some people was like hell yeah. And ultimately, they decided not to put in there. I feel like it could have worked. Yeah, it's Sagat, and he's always been a thorn in everybody's side, but he usually works out for the best. But I felt if they weren't going to put Sagat in, they could have at least gave Adon a shine some more. But I was going to ask, how did you feel about Sagat not being in Street Fighter 5?
I definitely think they should have put the character in there, because I still say to this day, the rivalry between Ryu and Sagat should never be not like that should always be there. It should always be implemented. Like you see Alpha's intro, he's always holding his chest. You fight him as your rival in Street Fighter 4.
And you just felt like as so you're agreeing to the yes because of the story purposes.
I think, and then they saying that this one's gonna be really huge in the story. Like even if they don't implement him like as a playable character, at least show him a little light. Because think about it like this is why I think he should be in the game. And you like going back to what you just said, storyline wise, it's he would be a very awesome character in this game, in my opinion. I think he would work perfectly fine. Capcom or whoever was supposed to be saying, like, if they put him in this game, trying to make him in the game, he would be way too good. So I guess that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't. I'm not gonna say if it's true or not, but that's something that I saw. Now, going back to storyline wise, I think they should, if they don't put him in the game, at least implement him in the story. Make him like, make him a key part of the story if they can. Because look at NKX, they had a bunch of characters that aren't even playable, but they were still in the story.
Yep. And quite frustrating enough, some characters that weren't in the story that were in the story that weren't in the game, it should be flip-flop. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's at least how a certain friend of ours feels, at least.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the Flame Dragon.
So,
my boy with his Fujin. I'm gonna call him out right now, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
rip Fujin because he ain't in the game. I also feel like Fujin should have been in the game. I don't know why he wasn't in the game.
I'm gonna call it out. Combat Pack 3, because there was some Easter eggs about Fujin being in the game. Look out, Cassie Cage's fatality.
Oh yeah, the social media fatality that was
somebody like in her little fatality. Somebody posts wins Fujin. I'm all like, free. He's in the game. He's just not here yet.
Oh my goodness! But
like you can't make him look like a boss in the story mode and then put that in a fatality and have him not in the game. That's like a big middle finger to
or slap a middle finger and a slap in the face, and then step on his groin right when you leave him. All that put in one.
Oh snap!
Man, but I'm gonna get back to some more MKX sooner or later, and how I feel about that game. Cause once upon a time I was an MK fan. I mean, I still am for the story, but ever since Midway let them go, I was kind of done with them because I did not like NetherRealm and their handling and their take on MKX. But that, I mean, not MKX, just MK in general. So well, that's another story for another time. Sagat though, I was kind of I was gonna say, like, while you were talking, I was gonna say I feel like they're kind of contradicting themselves on how they felt about the Sagat, because when you got to remember when the game was coming out, remember what they said about projectiles in the game and how it's not really gonna be
useful.
Exact. Well, I wouldn't say useful. It's useful, but you know what I'm saying. Not as reliable as it is in like other Street Fighter games and stuff like that. So, and we all know Sagat's fighting style, which is pretty much, I would say, at least 75% of his fighting style revolves around Tiger Shot, right?
Yeah.
So, if Sagat was going to be in a game and he was going to be really good, how? Maybe his buttons? Yes, that's one. He had good buttons in most of the games he was in, but just buttons? Well, I mean, how was he really going to be good? So, that being said, I feel like they're going to contradict themselves. If projectile's not going to be really the thing in this game, and you know what I'm saying, and Sagat's 75% of his fighting style in Street Fighter's projectiles, how is he really gonna be OP in the game? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like it didn't really make sense when I first saw the thread for it. I was just like, wait a minute, you just said, and it's always been in the back of my mind. I wanted to ask people about that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt they were contradicting themselves. Maybe nobody, you know what I'm saying, thought about it at the time, but that's what I felt like they were really doing, and they could have just gone ahead and that's my other reasoning for putting Sagat in the game, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know, I think they made it probably would have changed them completely, because that fireballs in this game, everyone has something to deal with fireballs. Like Chun-Li has her little V jump, Ryu has a parry, Ken has his heavy tatsu, Nash has the absorb, Bison has the absorb, Nikali has the little slash move, Zangief has lariat, Birdie has his little absorb grab, or his little absorb like tackle thing, Cammy has a spin knuckle. Like every character in this game has a way to get through fireballs. So that actually is a good point that you make. Now that I think about it, like what would make him hard to beat like this?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna I think and that's another thing. They got this big old giant statue of Fang, Bison, Vega, Bara. Like I know he ain't part of Shadow Loop no more, but nope. I mean, come on.
It's just kind of questionable. Maybe they might reconsider. I feel, but like just at the time, it was just kind of mind-boggling to me, and I don't know how everybody else felt about it. No, I mean, no one else touched on it now that the game's released, but I always felt like that never made sense to me at all, because like when you're saying that projectiles, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be as much as a factor as they have in the like older games. Then we talk about Sagat. Sagat is a projectile master. He is the king of projectiles in Street Fighter. And you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, okay, so you said that, but now you're saying, and then on top of that, now that I think about it, they never really specified how he'd be OP. You know what I'm saying? So really, I just think, I mean, it would be like at this point, I just feel like they just should have said we're not gonna put him in the game. They left it at that, and never gave a reason. They just told us that they're not gonna put Sagat in the game, And I'm not, and I'm not like it's not like I'm a Sagat fan or like a Sagat fanboy. Like, oh man, Sagat's not in this game. No, I'm not a Sagat fanboy. I'm just trying to make it like because I do like the character. I like the character, but he ain't my favorite character. You know what I'm saying? But it's, I just it was always in the back of my head. I just felt mean to ask that question and stuff like that. But on top of that, another question I gotta ask you, and this the big tipper right here. Oh this is the most probably I wouldn't say controversial in a bad way, but like very controversial to say still. Do you or do you not think that the Lupe and Daigo Umehara showdown that happened before the release of the game, do you think that was staged or do you think that was legit? I sat now before you answer, I'm gonna I'm not gonna try to and hinder your answer or anything. But I sat down and watched. I sat down. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched bits and pieces of it, like you know what I'm saying. And I'm not saying just because he's a music entertainer that like he's not gonna play fighting games. He may be really he may be really good at Street Fighter, and you know what I'm saying. He could be better than Daigo. It's just the fact that like there's so many factors that goes into this. Like I genuinely believe that I wouldn't say it was staged, but I don't think Daigo was really trying. And I'm not trying to take away from Lupe. And it all comes down to I think I forgot who was I talking to about this, but we both agreed on, and we were just like we're like not Daigo when Lupe wins Evo or any other tournament, then holla at me. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying Lupe can't play fighting games. Like, anybody can play fighting games. Anybody can beat anybody. Me and you had this talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say that. It's just, it's something about that, like, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Some people thought that was just like a stain in the fighting game community. I'm like, I wouldn't say all that now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's there to entertain, and it did its purpose, you know? And it's not like there was a money match or anything. It was a legit exhibition between Daigo and Lupe Fiasco. So, and it's so much now. And now, like, people, it's going to be another one apparently for KOF, the one-handed Shin versus Lupe Fiasco. And the man can legitimately play KOF with one hand. But, like I said, it's stipulations like that make me question if Lupe could actually be good at the game. So, that's all I'm going to say. But how do you feel about that, man?
Let me break it down for you, bro. Okay, so I feel like, a little fun fact. Lupe Fiasco actually knows, like, he knows Street Fighter. He doesn't know it like, FGC, but he knows the game. Like, fun fact, he actually references Street Fighter in a few of his songs. Like, I used to listen to Lupe Fiasco like all the time, still do, but he actually references Street Fighter in a few of his songs here and there. And he actually, before they did the fight, they interviewed him, and he said, I play Street Fighter with my brothers and my friends and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. But we never played competitively. We just sit on the couch and play. And going off that. And then he, they was a combo fiend, and then we're upstairs training him, making sure he's ready, and this, that, and the other. But I don't, let me think. I don't want to say it's staged, only because I feel I do agree. Daigo was not trying that hard, because there's been a few. I was watching it. Daigo, we know, is a monster. Daigo's fundamentals are godlike. This game kind of revolves around fundamentals.
Exactly.
Now, I will say the game is so it's fresh. It's still not so mixed up heavy to the point where Lupe can stand a chance against the beast himself.
Exactly.
Lupe can do it, but there was a few times where I saw Daigo didn't do stuff that Daigo does. Lupe would jump twice in the air. If Daigo if you even get a second chance to jump on Daigo, you get an uppercut.
Exactly.
He is going to uppercut you, and then, there was a few times, which I will say this, though. If it were coming down to something like that, I'm glad I'm glad the way they did it. I'm glad the way it ended. Because you see it like this. If you go to see this fight, and Daigo just 3-0 him, and then boom, boom, it's over. I wasted my whole trip coming to see this event. Boom, it's over that quick. Now Daigo, they take it down to the last match. Boom, Daigo wins. Man, I knew that was gonna happen. I could have watched it on stream.
Exactly.
Now I go to this event. Boom, Lupe wins. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this happen. The hype is flowing through everybody's veins. It's just like, okay, let me go, like, trace this to something that I know that you know more than I do. Wrestling. You watch WrestleMania. The main event is whoever. It's whoever.
Yeah.
Now you pay money to go to this event. You're enjoying the show. Now the main event comes up. The dude body slams him once and pins him.
Oh my gosh.
He throw him against the ropes, body slam him one time, and pin him. Boom, ding, ding, ding. It's over.
That would be, yeah, dude. I was just thinking about it when you were saying that, like before you even brought up the wrestling. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah. And you kind of just read my mind. I was gonna say the same thing.
I got the reads.
Well, dude, it's just so many ways to look at the. That's why I feel so much controversy around it. Like some people just wanted Daigo to crush the man. Some people don't think Daigo is being legit. It's more on the weight of Daigo than it is Lupe. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, just you got to look at it as on the entertaining side. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody probably didn't want to pay all that to see somebody get squashed. You know, who wants to see that? We come to see, like, even if Daigo like went against somebody else, like let's say PR Balrog or something like that. Like, just imagine you pay all that money to see, to see this match, and then PR Balrog just walks the floor with Daigo. It's the same thing with you. Like in UFC, it happens in UFC. You pay all this money and somebody breaks their leg. Shout outs to Anderson Silva. But but you know what I'm saying? You definitely got a point on that. And like, man, it's just I feel there's when it comes down to the situation, as much as as many people as I want to ask, because I want to definitely ask you how you felt about that. I probably might ask more people and how they're taking. It's so many takes to this situation. I don't think there would be a defined way to look at the situation. It possibly is because it's truly how you want to take it. Did you want to see the man get squashed? Did you want to see legitimate, or you want to be entertained? Because either way, but the people that were there put money into it. It's different from us because we didn't go. You know what I'm saying? We watched it on stream through Twitch. So I mean, so many factors to this question, man.
I will say, add one more thing to that, which it definitely will be an enlightened thing because it brings in more faces too, like for people who are not competitive players. But say, for instance, I don't play fighting games. I don't really play fighting games that much. But I am a Lupe Fiasco nut. I bought all his CDs. I downed all of his music illegally. Everything. I got posters of him all over my wall. Now, I'm seeing they got this event, Lupe Fiasco. I'm looking on his Twitter or whatever. Lupe Fiasco fighting Daigo. Who's Daigo? Let me check this out. They got a big old little banner for it, Street Fighter V. Now, anybody who's everybody at least knows what Street Fighter is. You don't even have to play fighting games to know who the man in the white gi and the red headband is. That's free. Everybody knows who. It's like Mario.
Exactly.
You may not play video games at all, but you know who Mario is. Like, if anybody ever tells me no, I'm slapping them.
Yeah, you lying. You know you lying.
But going back, like, everyone knows who the man in the white gi and the red headband is. So like, oh, I know what Street Fighter is. Hey, Lupe Fiasco finna play. Now it gets people interested. They got the link down there on Twitch on this day, this time, and then people who maybe, look at the event a little bit earlier, watching like LPN play, like all those dudes play, and they're like, wow, this game was kind of cool. This is awesome. And then they finally see the Lupe versus Daigo fight, and they're like, oh my gosh, Lupe Fiasco's playing this guy, this Daigo dude. And then they going at it, and then boom, Lupe wins this fight. Now, the people who don't play fighting games but are big Lupe Fiasco fans or music fans in general, they like, yo, that was awesome. I want to play this game. Lupe just beat this apparently legend. Now I want to play this game. Lupe is playing this game. This looks awesome. FGC hype. FGC's growing. More people playing this game.
Right, and when we said literally what we just talked about earlier in the podcast is like, they can go from potential like from casual to a potential top player. I mean, to potential top player to an actual competitor. And same goes for Lupe Fiasco. Just because you're already an entertainer, you can make him big in something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that's why I did not cast any negativity from the event itself, because like I said, it served its purpose in being entertaining, and I guarantee you it generated a lot of views and a lot of people was watching on that day. So like I said, maybe Lupe might actually get into the fighting game community, and there you go, we got a new family member just like that.
There's actually another two superstars joined. Like that's actually in the FGC, and it's crazy. I actually saw these two dudes off of Excellent Adventures. Well, I saw it's Xavier Woods and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Shout outs to those two dudes.
Yep.
But I saw Kenny Omega on Up Up Down Down before he was on Excellent Adventures. It's just I saw him on Excellent Adventures. I'm like, okay, he's doing something right now. And then I see Kenny Omega, and then they playing. I'm looking at Kenny Omega's Cody. I'm all like, yo, this dude is a monster.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And those who know, Xavier Woods and watches wrestling that's in the WWE, the hottest, probably the hottest tag team trio right now that Xavier Woods is in New Day. So and it is quite, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say shocking, but it's just like, oh wow, this is really cool, because somebody that I watch in in a whole nother entertainment business is doing something that I also like doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to see him in that shine of light. So that's definitely a good point that you brought up right there.
Yeah, I mean, the FGC is just slowly growing. Like, I don't know if you've seen it, but as of right now, Evo already has 3,000 entries for Street Fighter V. Like right now,
oh my goodness,
it's continuously growing too. It's like for the people who haven't, because Evo's not till what, June?
Yeah, that's summertime, man.
But people who haven't even entered yet, but we already have 3,000 plus entries for Street
Fighter. That's gonna be
Dude,
one hell of a.
It's gonna be so hype. Like I don't even know what to do.
You best believe it's gonna be a lot of people viewing both there and online. So
like, man,
prepare for
these
the.
Niggas just go die. I swear, bro. I can't wait. I cannot wait for like this. This is going to be a great year for fighting game history, because I'm gonna say it all right now. We getting everything. We got the new Street Fighter. We got KOFXIV coming pretty soon. We got Tekken 7 coming in soon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the new patch for MKX or MKXL, which I've asked Kendall, a couple other Mortal Kombat players. They said it felt like a brand new game.
Yep.
New update, all new characters. I mean,
KI. Don't forget about KI.
KI with the new. We seen the Kim Woo. We seen the Tusk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just all this, and obviously Smash is never gonna die. Smash will always be. It don't even matter if you play it or don't play it. Smash will always be there for anybody. That game is always hype. For like, you playing Smash 4, you playing Melee, it's always just. I sit there and watch. I mean, I can't play Melee, but I can dabble around in some Smash 4.
Mm-hmm. And I'll definitely shine some more light to what you said about that. I got a couple other buddies from WIT that's gonna help me talk about just Smash in general, and Raven King. I'm pretty sure, I don't think you met him yet, but Raven King and PQ. So you'll if you haven't seen him, you will see him sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen. On top of that, have you guys get to know GreedyChun, because this man is really good at what he does, like when it comes to fighting games and just like entertaining everybody in general. He's definitely hype if you've seen this man in action, and he's got plenty of videos to prove it. So and anything also, I will have his link to his YouTube channel, and if you want to talk to him through social media, you can also follow him on Twitter at the link I'll put at the bottom of the video when I upload this. So
find me at GreedyChun, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Just
and I'm pretty sure if you I'll do it for you, but if you want to catch those hands, as he would put it, you can also I think I might, if I can find his PSN account, because I don't have a PlayStation yet, but I'll also drop that down so you guys will be able to, like, if you want to get some Street Fighter V in with him and stuff like that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's actually it's the same. My PSN itself is the same as everything else. It's just GreedyChun, and I mean, I mean, I've had people just message me saying, "Hey, you wanna play Skullgirls? Hey, you wanna play Street Fighter?" I'll reply.
Did he?
I'm gonna hit you back.
Never too famous to talk to the fans, man.
Oh no, never that.
You know what I'm saying? But before we do wrap things up, cause you don't worry, man. You'll be back, and you and a couple others will be back soon. You know, on the podcast and stuff like that. But before we do go and wrap things up, I had a question about how did you feel about the up and coming release for King of Fighters 14?
Oh man, I am ready for this game. Like, you know more than anybody. I got some swag in 13. I got some swag in 98. I prefer 98 over all of them, but I'm looking at this game. I'm not gonna be that guy. You know, the graphics are looking beautiful now. The graphics in this game, you know, I know you were talking about that. We gonna talk about that a little bit later. But everyone, you know, dogging on the graphics. Oh, this is crazy. I'm looking the newest one, the newest trailer. The graphics look beautiful. The characters in this game look amazing. I personally am really excited for this game. The only thing that I need to because I'm already sold. The only thing I need right now is bring me my Blue Mary. Please, SNK. Bring me my Blue Mary, because I already got my Iori. They gonna put Athena in the game.
Yeah, she's guaranteed.
She's been in every KOF.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me my Blue Mary, and I will be in there busting skulls.
Yeah, and dude, and I'm just, when I was watching the just like the gameplay footage and stuff like it, and I was just looking at the like the mechanics that they're adding and stuff like that. It looks so promising, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's gonna be really hard for them to mess it up. And I don't even think they're even gonna mess it up. Honestly, they're gonna do really good because they bringing back like the Just Defense from those who played Garo, Mark of the Wolves and stuff like. Not even just Garo, but it's in CVS 2 also and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just what are they gonna do? I'm just really curious because they always like King of Fighters like in the fight as the. What I like about King of Fighters, they in just SNK and their fighting games, they're not all just the same fighting game. They always done things to experiment with new mechanics and stuff like that, and that's what I really respect about the SNK, and that's why I like it so much. And on top of their great stories for their games as well. So I'm just really curious, and like you said, I never like it. And then man, I'm not gonna rant. I'm gonna refrain from ranting. But I do want to say, however, like the people, for those who like for one, the people that are, you know, dogging the KOF graphics are probably the same people that didn't even play King of Fighters in the first place. Let me, for one, just get that out the way, because the people that were dogging the graphics wouldn't even care about the graphics, because the King of Fighters graphics weren't godlike until like 13 came out, for one. And then on top of that, they were always about the gameplay mechanics. So why all of a sudden now it's been like, oh man, the Dream. You heard the jokes, the countless jokes about this being on the Dreamcast, the PlayStation. Now it upgraded to PlayStation. Like, you're like, really, dude? Like come on, like let me see you do better, for one. Like, come on, like so let me just get that out the water right now. So now that that's been established. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, and then for King of Fighters, it's always been about the gameplay mechanics. So I'm really curious to see what's gonna turn out to be, because like you said, the graphics, they get better. You know, it's getting really better. So that never been my problem in the first place, and it still won't be the problem. Be my problem. I just want to know where they're gonna go mechanic wise. We already know where they're going with the characters, because, like you said, like the characters that's been in every King of Fighters game are gonna be in this game. That's confirmed. Like I'm curious to see what these new characters. Like I'm really, because the leaked roster, like yeah, they may not have given them their names, but if they at least describe the characters and stuff like that. So like some of these characters' description do sound really interesting, and I just want to, you know what I'm saying. And I also want to know if it's gonna be a dream match, or because you know the Ash Crimson saga did end it. You know, sad face, R.I.P. You know, Ash Crimson is my boy, as you can see on the side over there. But you know what I'm saying? Is it going to be a dream match? Because, you know, traditionally every King of Fighters game, once a saga ends, they do a dream match. But I get the feeling for some reason that it's just going to be a whole new story. And if it is, I'm going to be really hyped for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think they should keep Ash Crimson. Ash Crimson is a very very memorable character. I actually have one of those in 13. I dabble around with some Ash, and I think Ash is a very iconic character. Like that, taking Ash out, I won't say will hurt the game, but there will be a lot of people disappointed, including myself. I mean, that the character is like really, it's a really cool character idea and everything, and how the hit. I don't know too much about the story, but I remember like a couple things you told me. I mean, it's a dope character overall, so I think they should definitely keep it in. I feel it's a dream match because they said like what 50 plus characters.
Yep, at the start, not even DLC, just at the start.
Plus, also, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some unlockables like in 13. So
yep, that's it's gonna be crazy, like all the characters, and it's just like for those that played KOF, learning the characters like oh my god, like let's say if you never played King of Fighters, like dang, 50 characters, who in the right mind, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta think about it. Some characters don't change, and if you play King of Fighters games like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like some characters not gonna change. Like Iori, you're not gonna forget how to play Iori regardless of what KOF it is. Yeah, okay, 13. 13 he had different special moves with Scratch Iori, but the normals still look like Iori to me. You know what I'm saying? His normals did not change at all. So, and I know some people been actually that watched the pilot podcast was kind of interested in King of Fighters. I know it was one person in particular, but I'll definitely drop the link to the trailer, to the exact trailer that we're both talking about, and you can check the game out for yourself. And you can actually just check out King of Fighters in general for yourself, because I mean, like, not because I'm an SNK fanboy. It's just like, the game itself, gameplay wise, competitively wise, story wise, it's a really good game. Same with Street Fighter V and all that stuff. So like, I'll drop the link for the for that video also. You'll be able to check it out as well. But I agree with you on that. I don't know. I'm curious to say. And if they don't put Ash, you got to remember also, they already talking about works of an anime. So I'm hyped about that. If
that
anything,
is true. I actually forgot about that.
one way or another, we're gonna see Ash Crimson. So. You may have erased them in 13, but you ain't gonna erase them in memory.
The dream is not dead.
Exactly. So yeah, and it's SNK still doing their thing. It's in the works, and we're gonna be all the SNK people. I'm gonna actually have a podcast, with the other KOF players, and if you want to join, also you're definitely more than welcome. We're gonna be talking about that as well, and where the game is going until the game gets released. Because I was hyped, dude. I was like, me, I was hyped when there was even word that 14 was even being made before the trailer. So I'm just like, no, 14, no way, don't do me like this. So, and everybody that's waiting on 14, we're playing the waiting game on what character is going to be released. And, that's always fun in any fighting game. Like, who's going to come out next? Who's going to come out next? So, yeah.
Any new people too.
Yeah, the new characters. That's going to be the big eye opener. Sure, if not, the T-Zoc already opened everybody's eye with that transformation of his. It's like, oh my goodness.
He transformed into a Dinobanoid.
It's like, whoa. Like, when I first saw him, I was just like, what the heck? Like a dinosaur? Then I was like, wait a minute, this is T-Zoc. It's definitely T-Zoc. So, and then what also got me was Angel. You know me and Angel, so.
Oh yeah, yo boo.
And I was like, uh-oh. And then I saw the people's elbow. I was like, yep, give me this game right now. Just give me the game. I don't care. So, yeah, and most definitely, I appreciate you for joining me today, man, with the podcast. I know it was somewhat kind of sudden, but I was like, no, I cannot keep the people waiting, because, like, dude, on Twitter, on Facebook, and even on YouTube, just everywhere, like, man, I just felt like I'd be letting everybody down if I don't start this sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going to start this as soon as possible, because I really enjoyed, like I said before in the previous video, I really, really enjoyed talking about video games in general. So this is nothing to me. Like, no, when I say, you know what I'm saying, not in a bad way, what I mean by nothing to me, like, this is no problem. Like, I could do this all day, literally. You know what I'm saying? I love video games, so.
Yeah, same, bro. I mean, I appreciate you bringing me on the show.
Most definitely, dude. And you'll be back. Don't worry. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be. We gonna have some fun on this show, and it's gonna be tight. Everybody that's watching right now, don't forget to drop a like and a sub to my boy JoJo. He's out here right now. You could be next on this show.
Yeah, dude. I already as it is, I've been adding countless people in just the video gaming community, from Smash, from just Smite, League, just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not adding people left and right. People are definitely interested in, joining me in the podcast, and I'm so happy to see such, people like interested in stuff like that. So I'm definitely been doing the work and stuff like that. So I'm out here. So definitely, like, again, I appreciate you. We're gonna wrap up this podcast. Pretty sure we're gonna play some Brawlhalla after this. So.
Send me that invite, bro.
Right, we're gonna play some Brawlhalla after this. And I thank you also for the viewers. I thank you for also making this possible. I may not get up there in views just yet. It won't really bother me. Also, like I said before, but I definitely thank you guys for just being interested in helping me out with the podcast just in general and stuff like that. Thank you to the League Ranter for big help. Also, just not even just with the podcast, just outside and everything like that and stuff like that. And just everybody, I just hope everybody, just the video game community in general, just thank you all guys in general, because you guys, like, good or bad, because you know what I'm saying, you guys just make everything entertaining and stuff like that. And people just like when I feel like when they think when they look at video games, like, I don't think they give it the proper respect. More so the adults of like our parents. I wouldn't say our parents, because not all parents are like bashing video games, because there are parents that still play video games. But for those that look down on video games negatively, I don't think they truly understand it. So hopefully, like, my other mission with this podcast is to shed some light on just everything video game, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely also the mission with this. So.
Right on.
So that's again. So we're gonna wrap this up. This is GreedyChun, everybody, getting to know him.
I'm gonna catch y'all all tournaments on social media. Better watch out for your boy.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm gonna drop the link to your channel. I'm gonna drop the link to your social media and where to follow you at and stuff like that. Even your Twitch. I'm gonna drop the link for mine also. And also, if there's any more news for the FGC people, I'm gonna start also when there is FGC podcast related news. I'm gonna keep everybody up to date. Not as Callisto himself has already got everybody covered on the page, but for those that aren't on the in the Chicago fighting game community that doesn't see the events, I'll just make sure to keep you guys up to date. Pretty much, shout outs to Dream Cancel. This is almost in the same vein, but shout outs to Dream Cancel and Desmond and stuff like that. Hope to get him on here soon. I got a lot of work to do, and I'm really excited for this podcast. So on that note, I hope everybody stay cool, stay free, and and keep gaming and don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. So all right, and you take it easy, GreedyChun. And that's gonna be
brother.
Yep, that's gonna be the end of this podcast.